The United Nations is an organization with goals of peace and sustainable development around the world. Their mission is huge, but we're breaking it down in 2 minutes.
Kristin, I was really impressed by what inspired your decision to found WIN. You said that the world today has not been imbalanced because it's too much based on the masculine values of competition. You define this an exacting time to do things together in order to create a network where anybody can feel included and accepted. What is the importance of SDGs 5 and to need for a balanced world?
I think that we can, Francesca, launch before the contribute of Kristin, and then we can talk each other with Kristin. Please, the clip.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here today with all of you. So I want to share how I arrived to that point also. So I'm from Norway, and I grew up on the west coast of Norway in a relatively small town, but on the coast, so looking straight at the sea every day. And as I looked at the sea, I always used to think, oh, I hope to travel a lot in my life. I could see all these boats, passing by, and I thought, I'm gonna see the world. I want to travel out there. So after a little bit of work experience, I went to Milano. I did an MBA in Bocconi University. And,
Scusate, ma c'era sullo scritto il lancio del video? Non c'era, mi sa,
It took me some time to learn Italian, but parlo un po' di italiano, so I speak Italian. And then I started to work there, and started to work in big international banking, actually. So I was in JP Morgan, then I was in Citibank. It was really great. It was a good chance for me to learn how bigger structures work. And at the same time, many places I felt that there was something missing. I felt that young people, maybe at that time I was feeling, I didn't know very much there was a gender difference, but I felt that there was different being young, and maybe the young people weren't heard. So that was my agenda at the time. And I also felt that if I had a suit that didn't really fit me, I was, being in a culture like in that of multinationals was not so easy for me at that time. So at a certain point I left. So one day, I had this idea, perhaps we can make a conference and accelerate a little bit this work and do something about these 3 things I'd actually seen. When I've been in the bank, in the big multinational, I felt everybody could be a bit more included. We can be put in more right light and do things in a less hierarchical way and in a more collective way, if that was possible. I was set to create a conference in order actually to accelerate change so that we could come together in a specific way. And we created a framework for change where we look at the world, we look at workplace, and we look at the individual. So it's world, work, you. Then I created some pillars on which we are standing, let's say, and decided that absolutely everything we do has to be global. So we have to have speakers from different countries. We have to have a team of people from different countries. We have to work with people from different countries. And then another pillar was we're going to encourage authenticity. I'll try to find speakers who speak with their own voice. And then it's also this way we network together, which is on purpose, trying to help each other find their purpose and bring that with us in the workplace and in their individual life. And also to look for what makes us joyful, what lights us up in what we're doing.
Welcome, Kristin. We are very proud to have you with us, and we want to help you on this amazing project. And so, welcome, Kristin. Where are you now?
Yeah, I'm in Lausanne, in Switzerland at the moment, and looking at the French Alps, basically.
Fantastic. Francesca.
Kristin, what is the importance of SDGs 5 and the need for a balanced world?
Yeah, that's so important. SDG 5 is exactly about gender balance and not only in the workplace, but also, of course, in the entire world, and making sure also girls and boys all have education. So I think one of the most important part of getting that right is that if we get a better gender balance and we create a freedom, so all women and men, girls and boys have same access to education, to healthcare, to work, and so on, we have all the voices heard. We have a chance to bring to the table many more views. And I think in this time, we have seen also that women often think more long term. We can link this to the sustainability. And there are statistics showing that if, for instance, in the workplace, when women have the money, they spend 90% of it on their family and on long-term thinking. So only that is important if we are thinking also about our sustainability when it comes to nature as well. And there are other aspects of this too, can help the entire economy. You see countries where women are active in the workplace, it brings money, or it helps to boost the GDP. And today, because of this disbalance, we can almost estimate, the World Bank estimated that we lose about 160 trillion just for the lack of the economic contribution of women to the work life and the economy. So we need to get this balance both for a purpose of the economy, but also for the purpose of our ecology and sustainability. And simply, it's right. Also, this thing of girls' education in some countries now, it's increasing, and girls are even more educated than boys in many of the Western countries. But we need also to think global. This is about the entire world and all of us becoming more interconnected. And we have learned that so much this year, and that's very important.
Thanks, Kristin. But what are WIN's commitment to sustainability?
So my commitment through the work I do through WIN is to enable particularly women, but of course also we work with some men, and inspire and develop and connect. Because I think that if we learn from others that are doing amazing things to create gender balance, or if I learn about women who have overcome seemingly impossible odds, maybe I feel I can do too. So that's why we are doing this work of inspiring, of breaking barriers that were there before to show that it's possible. And so that's a very important part of it. And also skill building, so that you are enabled, you have the right skills, you have the right attitude. And then it's also all about connecting people, connecting so you have access to network and that you know people that can help you. And it's a very strong part of us is this of helping each other and sharing this vision of a world that really works for all.
And Kristin, as you know, we are creating a new generation of CEO, the CEO for life. And what would be the next for us as leaders, as CEO for life, when it comes to sustainability, and how can we accelerate the process?
Great question, Giordano, and I really like this idea. I love it, actually, CEO for Life. It's such an amazing initiative, and I'm certainly embracing and endorsing and part of this with you. And I think what we can do with as having this awareness as CEOs and being also connected together, we can really accelerate the process. And for me, when I think about sustainability for all of us, it's also in how we run our organizations. That making sure we have even more sustainable careers, that we learn to create cultures in our everyday where we take care also of our own well-being, that we have regenerative time where we can have space to take breaks, meditate, go for a walk, that we think about that too. So sustainability needs to also include ourselves. So we have sustainable lives, so we have sustainable careers where we collaborate, where we feel we can trust each other so that we don't stress and are so busy with competing and stressing that we don't even have the chance to think about people around us. So I think sustainability also starts with us, how we're living sustainable life, how we're creating our teams or organizations, work with customers or supply chain, and of course, care about the environment or animals, trees, all that belongs to our ecosystem. So, and accelerating, I think, is exactly what you're doing here today, that we are sharing stories with each other and learning from what we can do each day.
Giordano, che dici? È arrivato il momento di premiare Kristin e chiedo alla regia di lanciare la clip della premiazione.
The United Nations is an organization with goals of peace and sustainable development around the world. Their mission is huge, but we're breaking it down in 2 minutes.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kristin. And as you know, in CO4Life, we want to promote life. And promoting women means promote life. So we have the same goal, Kristin. And we will work together on this goal for the next year. And now, congratulations again. And let's achieve this goal together. And now show us your award. And let's take a picture for this important moment. I take the award for you and show Kristin the award to the camera. And we can take a picture for the CO4Life Award 2021 to Kristin Engvig. Thank you, Kristin. See you soon.
Thank you, Giordano. Thank you so much for this initiative. And I'm absolutely super honored and grateful. And I think I can thank you enough. And this work is so nice also when it's seen by others. And I think that's one of the things that can help us accelerate the process, help each other see each other. And thank you. I'm very grateful and honored.
Thank you too, and see you soon. Bye, Kristin. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.